Took a lot out because I accidentally planed that joint to this one on the wrong side, on the wrong edges, but I made it flat on this part. I should have probably just tried to make it stick with the middle, but I think I'm good anyway because one side has to taper down, so I think that'll be okay. The other side, where's my tape measure, guys? There it is. So we're at 5 3/4 of an inch. I really wanted around 8 inches. That's what she said! I know! Now, we are at inch and 3/8 thick. I wanted to be around 1.5 inches. So 1 3/8 is close enough. All right. So 5 3/4. 2.5 is 5. 1/4 is going to be 1/2. And an 1/8. Whoa, no way. That center. Oh, I got lucky. That is odd. So this one cut or seam right here is the middle of the board. Perfect middle of the board. That is crazy. Okay, so I want about 1 inch and something wide as a handle. I think it was 1.5 inches or so. It's gonna be hard to. Okay, so I am gonna do 1.5 inches on the handle. I shouldn't. Okay, so I want 3/4 on each side. It's hard to see with the big glare. And we're getting close to that. So 3/4 of an inch. All right. And if you guys are wondering, this is a graph gear pencil. They are really good for drafting and doing scribing. And I've got the 0.9. And if you're a woodworker, you should go with the smaller point. I don't know what it is, but hang on a second here. Like, I got the Incra rules. I picked these up at an auction. But your pencil is supposed to be able to go inside the lines, and the 0.9 is too big for that. So if you go with the graph gear, get the one that is smaller so that you can use your precision rules. So FYI, I'm not going to be using this. It's nice, but I don't use it. That was my go-to at work for so long that it's what I got used to using. And then I want 13 inches up. .13 inches, that's going to be basically the start of the blade. And that side is, this side's square or this side's square? That side is going to be square. Let me grab my square real quick. I might as well use this for a square since I know where it's at. Now get my 13. And the tripod's in the way. So I'll say about right there. Give me room to move it, or for some waste at the bottom. So, okay, so now that's going to be the handle size, and I want to taper around here. So it's going to have this nice taper to it on both sides. I don't know how to do that and make it equal. I mean, you guys saw how I just did that on this side. And then, and with all that glue in the way, it kind of sucks. So what your taper is going to do is to help reduce any stress. Because if you were to hit someone with this, and you have a 90-degree, you go from straight this to a wide, you have a bigger chance that is going to break. I feel like that's going to be too big of a handle, but we'll see. We can always taper that down. Okay, so I want to cut square out of here though. Boom. And then I can glue this up down there. I should have done it yesterday, but I didn't know what my measurement was. So come on, grab that, boom, boom, and then add those up there, and then I'll be ready to mark out that section, because we're gonna, actually that's too big of a taper. That's way too big of a taper. So I'm going to keep my mark here, because we want it, that's going to go out, it's going to fan out, so I don't want to start my fan out here. It needs to be closer in. So I'm going to cut these, boom boom, on the bandsaw, and I go in this side and cut. I can cut up this side, but I'm going to have to flip it over to get this mark, because that part will hit my other, the edge of the bandsaw, the throat. So I'm going to have to transfer this down to the other side. So we're looking at
I just forgot to press record. So right there. And that is heavy. So a couple of inches is going to make it a little bit heavier. But then again, half of this is going to be gone, half of this is going to be gone. So it'll lighten up a little bit, but it's a heavy piece. Where are we at? Okay, so
take my mask off. All right, so I need to get this measured out for the blades before I glue this on, because it's not looking good right now. So I can't picture where this needs to be. It looks a little thin. So let's mark out the end of that pommel area. Or no, the pommel is back here. So this would be the guard, integral guard, as some people would call it, on a sword or a knife. But it's just the transition from the handle to the where it starts getting wider, because you don't want it like you could go straight from here all the way out to your edge. However, I'm not gonna, I don't like that look. So I want a little bit of a flare coming out. You guys probably can't see my drawing here. Okay, so I want a little bit of a flare. And then I'll go from there to the corner on one side, and the other side will be the hook. So 3 1/4. One and a half. 1/8, 16th. So at 13, you know what? I'm going to bring it back. Yeah. 13 is fine. Stick with my original plan. Alright, so at 12 to 13, let's go inch and 3. I'm doing an inch and or 11 and 3/4 inches, which is where I ended my cut over here. And then I want to come up to there. I need to figure out how to do that. I'm not sure how to do that. I'm going to ruin this, aren't I? It doesn't have to be perfect. Tell myself it doesn't have to be perfect. You just got to make it. Because the more... I suck at making things, doing stuff. So... I just need to learn to get stuff done. Nice. Okay, and that side came out okay. Right to that corner to there. Oh, I messed that up. Because now I have this sharp edge right here. So my original idea of doing this puts a really sharp corner. So I want to transition and have a slow. I should have planned that out better. Oh well. Yeah, it looks better that way too. So let's erase this side, erase here. Come on. And hopefully I can make that match. Okay, so now I got this transition here. That handle was too big. Fuck. That was too big of a handle. But I'm just going off of the measurements I saw online. And now I need my straight edge. And I want to come out to this edge, this corner here. Bam. Corner to that corner. That's not enough room. Okay, it might be enough room. I just gotta... I can do it. I can do this, right guys? Come on. Stay. Okay, so then from here, nope. From there to there. I don't like marking this first, but I got to because it's going to be proportional to that side, and then I get the hook. Then I can glue the hook on there, and that's going to taper down. So all that's going to be gone. All this is going to be gone. That's weight that's going to be gone here, and then from here it's. Oh yeah, that I think that's going to look really good. Now that I'm seeing it here, because I can picture the fingers, the edge, the hook. Okay, so I gotta move straight this glue out of the way. Get out of there. Okay. So I want to glue this up. But I'm trying to figure out where I want my hook at. So I'm definitely going to leave it here. I don't think I want to go wider than that. So it's going to come up, say to there. Yeah, that'll work. So let's cut off, because I don't want to have a bunch of extra stuff to cut later. I'm going to go ahead and cut that right here. That way I have enough. Okay, so glue up time. Okay, while this is gluing up, I figured I'm just going to start on the layout. So this is really not what I'm looking for at the end. So I'm going to cut it back about to here. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that. Oh, yeah, I'm not going to be able to get the thing in here. So time out on the glue process. That's probably not good, is it? All right, let's see here. Okay. All right, get that back in there. That probably wasn't smart, was it, guys? Okay, so doesn't matter. The line is still this angle going out to that point is not going to make a big difference. So it's only like a small degree, like a 0.000 something on that angle. So I'm not going to worry about remarking that. But I want to start my line right there. So I'm going to make it straight across. Some of them angle down right here. So I'd come up and you have this kind of an angle here on the hook side. So it'll be, and I think some of it will actually come out to here and angle down. But I'm not wanting to do that. So I'm going to leave mine straight. I may taper it. Okay. Put my mask on. There's still a little bit of dust in the air. It's been about 30 minutes since I cut something. And I can feel it on my nose. Can you guys still hear me okay? Hopefully. I'll check the audio. And if I need a voiceover, I'll be voiceover. So, mark here. Center point. Actually, this is my center line. Center line. Okay. And then hook every inch. So like there's the one I'm talking about where it angles. So I'm going to bring this portion, get my, so that looks like about 2 inches down. So, but this one is more accurate. I think that's an actual nifo Odie made back in the day. So you can see that's about what mine looks like at the end. So I think I'm going to go and stick with this one here where it's got that little, which should be a tooth here.
and then it's kind of flat and rounds down, and that's what I'm going to base mine on. More historically accurate. Like the other one probably is accurate as well, but I'm not sure. And that one, I mean, that one is still about the same. It had, it looks like it had a tooth that may have broken off. Actually, I don't see a ridge here, like you see that ridge. So I'll probably just start mine out there anyway. Like come in an inch for my first hook. This one you can see it's got the small taper as well, but it's only about an inch, 2 inches down, so I think no matter what I do, I'll be fine. So that's my line, and let's mark the inches. Every inch gets a mark. And I may want to start, I should have started down there, huh? That's probably what it is you start at the handle, because once you're up here, it doesn't matter. It probably look better starting down here. Yeah, I'm gonna start down there. Or I'm gonna do both. Okay, starting at the top. Yes, okay. Time out.
Wow, I just explained a lot, and apparently my camera was not recording. This is frustrating, making videos like this. So, I don't know where my video cut out, so I'm going to have to start over and explain this whole process. So, starting here, I had to go out and mark my 1 inch for my teeth. Now, I've got to find this angle here, which I believe is just the 1/2 inch mark between the two, but you have an additional supporting piece of wood. Let me find the picture between the two. So you've got this still supporting, so it doesn't go all the way back. So I've got to figure out what this angle is here, and then that support. But I think I want to keep it at the 1/2 inch, coming all the way back. I don't know if that'll work though. And then where they cross, that's where I stop. But it's definitely not a 1/2 inch, because that's pretty pointy. So if I'm going to draw it out here. So a 1/2 inch between the two, that's right there. So edge to center, edge to center. So that's that's very pointy here. And the actual weapon, it doesn't look that pointy. It looks more like that. So it's not that either. That's too wide. Let's split that in half. I'm going to make a mark here and a mark there. So that actually looks better. I like that angle. I don't know what that angle is, but it meets in the middle at that angle. Oh, wait a second. I got an angle thingy over here. Okay, so I don't know how to use this thing here. I'm going to take this piece off. See what I got. Okay, so there's my line. Okay, this is really irritating. This autofocus, man, is... I don't like it on that piece. Okay, so there's my line. And it's that one. It looks like 60 degrees. That's really hard to line up. Okay. Now what I'm looking at, it looks like it's about 60 degrees out. Okay. And then that thing comes... So you'll have that ridge. I mean, those look about, the teeth on these look about a ½ inch long. Wait a second. Can't I just blow this up and match an inch? I mean, I should be able to do that, right? So there, 4 to 5 inches. It's slightly... Okay, so that's dead on. My measurement is 5, you guys can see, dead on 1 inch. Like it may be off, yeah, it's off a little, but it's also a picture and an angle. So it'll be a rough estimate. So I can measure that now. And I'm at 7/8. So that is about, they probably did an inch. Wow, I am dead on that measurement. Look at that. That is 7/8. I know it's hard for you guys to see it. Oh man, that is a man, that worked. Can't believe that. Cannot believe that actually worked. Wow. Wow. So it is the 60-degree angle from here out. So 1 inch apart. Going in, you could say 1 inch. So 7/8 to 1 inch going in your depth. You got your central ridge coming back, and then you'll have to file that down to a point. I don't know. It's going to be hard to get that angle. Come on. Whatever. So whatever this here, that's going to be the hard part to find. No, it's not. So it's 1 inch this way, 1 inch that way. Measure that, and it's going to be center of your board. So that's going to actually be the center. So I just realized that. So whatever your edge center, that's what your angle is going to go down to. So once I cut this out, I get these points in, bam, take those to the edge, and then I'll still have my middle mark all the way down. I'll mark it on this side once I cut here, and I'll be able to get that angle to where that meets on each side. Because that's going to be the same for the edge, the flat edge on this side, the blade side. Because I'm not building this one today. I want to build this one, but it's going to be later. I want to build this double edge, this double tooth one. But right now, this one's not the nifo Odi, but it's the same principle. That's the nifo Odi. The other one is something else. And you got that flat edge. Oh, yeah. Cool. I'm getting excited here, guys. That's awesome. 60-degree angle. And I eyeballed that. I eyeballed that. That is crazy, guys. Man, I eyeballed. You guys saw me just like, I didn't like that. I didn't like that. And you guys saw me. I eyeballed that. That is crazy. I sound like Nugget Noggin right now. Okay, so how am I going to repeat this? How am I going to repeat this all the way down? So it is a 1/2 inch. So I make it is to the 1/2 inch mark. So, and I want, let's go all the way out. So I'm just going to go through, I'm going to put my 1/2 inch mark in here. Now mark. This line I'm not taking all the way to the edge because I don't want to get my tooth measurement mixed up with my 1/2 measurement. So I'm taking it most of the way up, so I know the line that does go all the way up is my tooth. And the rest I gotta wait. And that's messed up. I messed something up. I got off at an angle somewhere. Man, my neck.